Hi, I'm Dave.
And I'm Jennifer. We are a middle-aged couple with a Regal Unlimited subscription and a deep fondness for movie popcorn.
Except we didn't use the Regal Unlimited subscription today.
We cheated.
Again, and at the usual place,
Mm-hmm.
the Alamo Draft House, this one in Brooklyn.
Yeah, we didn't even have popcorn.
We did not
had
have
dinner.
popcorn. We had a burger. I didn't like that burger very much.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's too heavy. They need to have some kind of lighter fare.
Yeah, the lighter fare is vegetables that are deep fried.
Sure.
As
or
opposed to
chicken tenders.
that are deep fried.
Yeah. So anyway, all I really want is like a grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
That's why I'm going lighter fare.
Yeah, that requires fresh ingredients.
Does it?
Yeah, cheese.
They put cheese on the burger.
I don't know.
Hey, guess what? We saw a movie.
We did.
We went and saw Purple Rain.
Yeah.
This was part of a film festival we didn't even know existed.
Yeah, I don't know, or a series of black movies. I kind of didn't get it. There was a little intro from a dude, but yeah, no, we just went because other friends of ours were going, and they were like, "You want to go?" And we were like, "Yeah," because 1984's Purple Rain is not a good movie.
It is quintessentially the perfect film.
It is a perfect concert movie.
It is the perfect film. The essence of cinema. Cinema.
Yeah.
I'm being facetious.
Yes.
So it is a terrible film.
Yeah.
And an amazing concert movie.
It's an amazing concert movie.
Yes.
The only other time I've seen this movie, I saw it in Prospect Park as part of a sing-along, right? And I was behind people who knew all the dances for all of the different performers who did the dances, and everybody knew all the songs, and that was great. And it was a little strange to just actually sit and watch the movie, but we did.
If they had gotten people who could actually act, what do you think this movie would have done differently?
Nothing. Because the problem is the script.
It might be.
I mean, that is one of the problems. Yes, there are a bunch of non-actors,
including Prince.
But even the people who were technically actors, for the most part, can't act. It's not a particularly good movie. It doesn't hold up, right? It is cheerfully.
Oh, absolutely does not hold up.
Women are tits and people who, are bitches and stuff.
Yes, the movie is trying to make a point about generational violence, but it ends up being just completely misogynistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As much of 1984 was, so it's not unique in any way.
Men who hit women are given much more sympathy in this movie than the women who get hit.
Yes.
Which is not. Yeah, it's not out of the. It's not all that unusual for 1984, but unfortunately, or fortunately, that's a different time and things have progressed. So it feels very different now.
Just in the fact that you don't put that in a movie, but I think we still have a problem with who ends up with sympathy, the person who does the hitting or the person who gets hit. But
fair.
That's not meant to be a cheerful side plot in a movie.
Yeah. So
anymore.
Purple Rain was an attempt to capitalize on the popularity of Prince.
It created the popularity.
You think so?
It made him a monstrous
You don't think he
star.
was huge before that?
No, I mean he was popular, and that's partially how it got made, but the movie made him a megastar.
Okay. Well, the movie is semi-autobiographical. It is an attempt to depict what the music scene in Minneapolis was like, I would say 1980, 81, probably.
I don't know what year this movie is supposed to be. I don't know that it actually matters. Sometimes
it doesn't
very
matter.
Contemporaneous to 1984.
Sometime before 1984. So when Prince was an up-and-coming musician who was selling out club dates, but wasn't yet an arena sensation, wasn't like a MTV pop star.
Wasn't somebody that had a record deal. This is very small scale stakes.
Right. So this is it's supposed to be very early on in Prince's career.
Sure.
When he's just
in
getting
the kid's
started.
career.
Well, that's part of it. That's one of the interesting things about this movie is that the word Prince is never actually used in the movie until the end credits, where we are told all songs written and produced by Prince, even though many of those songs were performed by other people. You think Prince wrote Jungle Love and
No, he didn't.
Okay.
But he wrote all of his music
Yes.
and
Apollonia songs?
I can't remember now. If
Certainly
he wrote,
helped her with those. That's
Yeah, I mean he
well known.
built the music part of her career. Although I did IMDb this on the way home, and there is stuff to be said about that. But you want to describe the? Are you going to describe the whole plot of the movie, or just assume that people know it?
I'm
'Cause
not.
This movie's been out for 40
Yeah, this
years.
movie's been out for 4 years. I'm not
Yeah.
worried about spoilers on this one. We'll put a spoilers tag on it anyway. But in brief, the plot is that the kid and his band, The Revolution, intriguingly, Morris Day and The Time are just called The Time. Although Morris Day is referred to multiple times in the movie as Morris Day, and Apollonia 6 are Apollonia 6, and Apollonia is the lead singer of Apollonia 6, and she's called Apollonia in the movie. The kid, otherwise, the artist formerly not known as Prince, and then even more formerly known as Prince, is making his particular kind of music that he loves, and he's having trouble connecting with his audience. We are told. He plays some of the greatest pop hits of the 80s, and we are told that nobody gets them. Nobody can feel, what he sees in these songs. However, the crowd does seem to go crazy every time he plays, so who knows? His arch enemy is Morris Day of Morris Day and the Time, who is plotting against him to try to get him fired from the club where they both play.
First Avenue.
First Avenue, famous club in Minneapolis. Yeah, it's, which is shown in its full glory in the film, not fictionalized at all. And Morris Day's best strategy for getting Prince fired is to turn Apollonia into a megastar so that she draws bigger crowds than Prince does, and he gets fired.
With the idea also that he would be stealing Prince's girl.
Yes. All of this takes about 4 days,
Yes.
during which, at the same time, Prince's mother and father engage in an abusive relationship where the father is beating the mother, immortalized in the song When Doves Cry. Again, this is supposed to be semi-autobiographical. I don't know. I don't know how much of this is real. So during this time, while Prince is trying to save his career at the club, his father not only beats his mother, but then attempts suicide by shooting himself. And at the same time, Prince is beginning a love affair with Apollonia, during which, when he finds out that she's working with Morris Day, he hits her. That was shocking. I did not remember that being in this movie. I must have repressed it, because it is an awful, sickening moment of Prince recapitulating his father's crimes and then being treated as if he's a sympathetic character for this. This poor man who is stuck in this cycle.
Eventually, he does have a fight with her and doesn't punch her.
Although she says, "What are you going to do? Punch me?" And then he just doesn't.
And then he doesn't. So he has learned something.
I guess.
And therefore, he's learned something.
Well, what
That's
he
what
learns,
the movie is telling you.
What he learns is that his bandmates, Wendy and Lisa, who have been writing a song of their own this whole time, actually do have talent, that he's not the only person in the world who can write a song. And it turns out the song they've written is Purple Rain. He plays Purple Rain for the club. The club goes ballistic. It is the best thing they've ever heard in their entire lives,
Which is perfectly reasonable.
including the manager of the place, who says, "Well, there's no way I'm firing him now."
Yep.
They then play a reprise of, or not a reprise, they play an encore,
It's not an encore.
not an encore,
No, they play
a follow-up. They play I Would Die For You
And Baby I'm a Star.
and Baby I'm a Star, and rock the faces off of everybody in the place.
Mm-hmm.
And the movie just ends.
Yep.
That's the story. Apollonia comes up and kisses him, and she says, "I would die for you too," which is really weird given the backdrop of all the violence in the movie. But
And then
okay.
they reconcile.
But they reconcile and they kiss, and it's
and
nice.
They kiss,
and then even Morris Day is seen in the audience dancing like crazy during Baby I'm a Star,
yeah,
because he can't deny that finally the Prince has more talent than he
Yeah.
has. So yeah, this is 100% just nonsense.
Yes.
It is just there to make Prince look good, and he does. I mean, he's
Yes.
Prince at the
He
height
looks
of his powers.
hot as hell, like, yes, I might bathe in the waters of Lake Minnetonka were I asked.
But that's not Lake Minnetonka.
I might bathe in the waters of the Mississippi River were I asked. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's it's not a great film, but as a musical experience, it is fantabulous.
It's
Utterly
pretty
fantabulous.
great. Seeing Prince perform at the top of his abilities. This is absolutely classic era Prince. This is Prince doing splits where he drops into a split and then jumps back up like he's James Brown over and over again.
I mean, he did that
climbing all
for a
over the
decade
stage.
after that too.
Yeah, and
which
eventually
is-
it's what killed him.
Well, yeah.
But he's climbing all over the stage and hosing people down with a fire hose that looks like a guitar, and having sex with sporting equipment. Just all kinds of things. Yeah, he does.
I know. I'm just.
I think it's a
amused that you
volleyball.
put it that way.
Yeah, and goddamn, the showmanship is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, his dancing is incredible.
Yeah.
His performances are heavily lip synced, but they are amazing.
Yeah.
He only flubs the lip syncing a couple of times. Yeah, it's just seeing him on stage again is just astonishingly good.
Yeah. It's really
we were
great.
we were both big fans in the '80s, so
Yeah.
and long after that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's great. It's great. Like
Yeah.
but yeah, it's not a particularly well made movie. I kind of had never really noticed this, but the David, when we were talking afterwards, that we went with was like, oh yeah, there's all these times where there was this overdubbing afterwards, and I didn't register most of that at all. But IMDb tells me that some of that overdubbing is the fact that this was supposed to be Vanity, because Vanity's band was Vanity
Oh,
Six.
wow.
And
Okay.
he ended up deciding to put, like, he found this girl Apollonia,
Okay.
and she was an actress, not
Oh,
a singer,
man.
and put her in the movie. And so they then had to, like, go back and, like, redub some of the times where you see people talk, like Morris Day and Jerome talking about casting Apollonia in the band, the girl band they're trying to create. They're talking about Vanity, and then they had to go back and overdub
Okay.
it. So yeah, I don't know what the backstory is to that.
Wow.
But IMDb told me that was a thing, because I'm like, I thought the band was Vanity Six.
Okay.
Like, I thought I remembered that.
I don't
But-
remember
but-
enough about the. either of
Well,
those
I
bands.
mean, that, Vanny was around for 2 seconds and then she disappeared, and, she very much later repented all of this and became a minister, and then I think she died a few years ago.
Okay.
But, yeah. But, no, Apollonia was an actress and not a singer. And, yeah, the Apollonia 6 song, Sex Shooter, I also wildly do not remember. That song...
Why would you remember this?
And there's 3 bands that are playing at First Avenue: The Revolution, The Time, and then what's the other one called?
It's Dex something. It's
Dex-
the name of the performer.
Right, but no, the band had a name, and that's what they said in the in the movie.
Oh, is the band
And-
called the Modernaires?
Modernaire? Modernaire or something like that, or whatever. That band, they have half of their song in the movie,
Mhm.
and I do not remember having ever heard that song in my life.
And that
the
band
Sex
is,
Shooter song, I also do not
the
remember.
amazing thing is that those 2 bands, Modernaires and Apollonia 6, are presented as immensely commercial
Yeah.
and incredibly appealing and far poppier and more interesting and just musically more advanced
Then the Revolution.
than the Revolution doing Computer Blue, and Darling Nikki.
Yeah. Yeah.
The cultural impact of Darling Nikki, at least, I think is going to outlast anybody's remembering Apollonia or Modern Air.
Whatever you would have decided is the worst song on the worst Prince song on Purple Rain will outlast the impact of anybody else in the movie,
Yes.
including Morris Day. But
Although Morris Day is amazing in this movie.
he has more lines than
He's-
anybody else. He has the most lines.
absolutely and he's also the comic relief.
Yes.
And he's
The bad guy
the
and
bad
the
guy
comic
and the comic relief and the sex interest, the secondary sex interest,
Yeah.
and just he's so fun.
Yeah.
He's just got so much personality
Yeah.
compared to the kid who is so wooden.
Yes.
Delivering all of his lines.
Yes.
Morris Day is clearly an actor at heart. Like he's a
Well,
ham.
apparently,
but,
he
yeah.
was also completely
High.
like gills full of drugs the entire time, to the point where he was basically being poured onto set to perform.
Wait, there's somebody on the film who wasn't?
Apparently, he was almost incapacitated. You know what I mean? Like,
And still incredibly entertaining.
and still is the best actual.
The funny
actor
thing is
in the
that every
film.
time he tries to be funny, there's this weird long scene of him and his assistant Jerome doing basically the Who's on First routine, but it's about what's the password for when they see Apollonia, and it is so bad, but the two of them are so charming.
Yeah,
it's just fun to watch them
I mean,
do this.
I don't actually think that scene is bad. It's actually, I think, a good scene on its own. It's a good rendition of that skit.
Sure.
It's just has nothing to do with the rest of the movie. Like, it's totally misplaced in this movie, right? But yeah, it's probably better acting than like 2/3 of what else is going on in this movie. There was something else I saw in the IMDb that I wanted to mention that I've forgotten because my brain is a sieve. So Apollonia, Morris Day.
Apollonia gets topless.
Yeah, I mean, why else is she there? You know, titties. Like,
And then there's
come on.
a strangely graphic / chaste sex scene
Yes,
that cuts to black before anything really happens.
yes,
She keeps all of her clothes on for the sex scene, but not for the Lake Minnetonka scene,
yes,
which was interesting.
yes.
Prince spends most of the film with no shirt on, which is fine.
That's as it should be.
And I didn't even think about this in the 80s. Because we have a peripheral experience with men's gymnastics now, because Jennifer's nephew is a gymnast, I realized that like Prince has that compact, small frame of a gymnast.
Sure.
And you were telling me that he was an athlete when he was
He was
young.
an athlete, but not a gymnast.
Okay.
Like, he actually does not have a gymnast body in terms of like how he's built.
Okay.
Like, he's not as built as a gymnast would
I
be.
don't know.
But
that's-
I mean, yes, his height
he's
and
doing
his
gymnastics
frame,
moves
like,
on that stage.
he absolutely is. But he's a dancer. Like, he's doing dance moves, you know.
See, I think like Morris Day and Jerome are doing dance moves. They're doing classical dance moves, or not even classical, but like modern dance moves, where I think Prince is just doing crazy ass gymnastics.
Sure. Otherwise
Okay.
known as dance. That's okay.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
But much more acrobatic and athletic. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Much more than the modern airs,
Much more than modern era. Yeah.
or Apollonia for that matter.
Very true.
Apollonia, who, to be fair, couldn't really do a lot of acrobatics in that outfit without breaking some like civil codes in Minneapolis.
Well, I mean, you would just tape it all to the body because it would have to have been taped to the body anyway.
That tape wouldn't last.
That
Anyway.
double-sided tape, let me tell you, does a world.
Okay.
Every famous woman that you've ever seen going to, some event, has as a dress that's
Alright.
double-sided tape to her.
So I will also say that this movie functions as an incredible archaeological find. If future generations need to know how club goers dressed in 1984 in Minneapolis, There
Although-
are hundreds of them in this movie,
Yeah.
and they all are dressed differently.
They clearly were told to. It clearly did their own bring your own
Yeah,
clothes,
bring
do
home-
your own
do
makeup,
Although,
whatever.
and a lot of them just went over the top with it. Like I went to clubs in 1987, and I'll tell you, most people there were some t-shirts and jeans. These people are not. They are dressed for the club. They've
They're
got
not
their
all dressed for
hair-
the same club.
No,
but-
no, they're all. That's the eclectic nature of the crowd is a huge part of this. And I think that was part of the Revolution's appeal as well. The Revolution are all dressed in different styles as well.
Yeah,
One guy's just wearing surgical scrubs.
yeah. He's
You
a
know?
doctor.
But so the crowd is full of goths and metalheads and glam rockers and people in formal wear and all kinds of things. Their hair all teased up 18 inches over their heads. They're wearing all kinds of makeup and it's amazing.
Gotta love
It's
it.
still a beautiful movie. Like it's visually exciting.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
And
visually gorgeous.
auditorially,
And, and the music is fantastic. All the music is fantastic. I even like that Modern Air song.
No,
not
I did
not as
not.
much, but
No,
I
that and Sex Shooter.
Sex Shooter,
those are
not so
those
much.
are not winners as songs.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a girl is certainly gonna want to grow up to wear her outfit
I'm
from
a
that performance.
sex shooter, baby, and I'm aiming my love right at you. Come on, lick the gun. Then I get my fun.
Okay, you remember the lyrics. 'cause
I don't
that's how
think
your
that's
brain works.
exactly right, but that's very close.
All right. Oh, the other thing I was going to say from the IMDb that I'm sure I knew at the time and have forgotten, that the whole Tipper Gore crusade that turned into the recording industry ratings was because
MRC.
Corinna Gore had they heard her listening to Darling Nikki.
Okay.
And I'm like,
To be fair, an extraordinarily explicit song.
an extraordinarily explicit song for an 11-year-old like her and an 11-year-old like me listening to that song. It's like, yeah, I didn't actually understand. The point is, though, I didn't understand what that song was saying. I knew it was about sex, but that's like all I understood about it when that song came out.
Uh-huh.
Like, it was another couple of years before I figured it out. But, yeah, I mean, maybe it warped me, but if it warped me, Prince warped me, and
In so many great ways.
so many other things I watched in that same year warped me, So anyway, yeah, that kind of bullshit is all Darling Nikki's fault. So, oh well.
Anyway, Purple Rain, still immensely entertaining.
Definitely entertaining. You are not bored watching this movie.
And you don't have to feel guilty about laughing
No.
when Prince delivers very silly lines about his abusive father.
Some of them are actually not silly lines, but the delivery is silly, and then some of the lines are silly, and yeah, but yeah, that's a fucking good concert movie, man.
It
So
really
good.
is.
It should only be shown as a sing along with the
Yeah,
option
fair.
for it to be a dance along.
The problem with that is there are long stretches of just narrative plot
Exactly,
with no music.
and then you sit down, right?
Sure.
And then when it's a concert sequence where it's like 2 or 3, the beginning of the movie is 2 full songs in a row.
Yes.
The end of the movie is 3 full songs in a row.
Mhm.
And there are other stretches in the movie where you play an entire song.
Aren't
Like,
there 4 songs that doesn't Morris Day play before Prince?
consecutively.
Well,
you
no,
mean.
you're right.
Yeah,
There's a
there's
short scene between,
in between
Morris
it,
Day
yeah.
and the Revolution. Anyway, do we recommend Purple Rain?
I mean, does it matter if we do? The movie's been out for 40 years. You've seen it already, or if you've never seen it, you should go see it because you want to see a historical artifact.
Yes.
Because you weren't born then. Like, that's the only reason you wouldn't have already seen it.
One of the most talented people in the 1980s at his
Yeah.
peak.
Yep.
It is astonishing to see just how good entertainment used to be. Yeah.
There's still entertainment in the world.
I bought a song today
Mm-hmm.
on Apple Music
Uh-huh.
that was released in 2024.
What?
Yeah. because it sounded like something Joy Division would have done.
Okay, what song was it?
It's called. I can't tell you because we're
It's on
recording
your
this on my
phone.
phone. I think it's
remember
called
the artist?
Shadow Walks by, I don't know. It was in a video, and I used Shazam to figure out what it was.
Okay. Go you!
Golden something. Golden Hour? I don't know. Doesn't
All
matter.
right, we'll find out and we'll put it in the something on the
In the description.
In the description, yes. Because I'm curious to know like what band that performs in the 21st century
Yeah.
you
I
were like, oh, that
I've been
sound-
making a playlist of songs from like the 2020s.
Okay.
Got Chapel Roan on there and
Okay.
Olivia Rodrigo. And,
Okay.
Okay, I also have like Bikini Kill on there, which is not the 2020s.
Not
but,
the 2020s.
You know,
Can you name another
it was
artist
1994.
from the 2020s?
Can I name another
Well,
artist?
that mean whose
Morgan
music-
Wallen?
Well, no, we're not talking about buttholes.
Okay.
But people-
I couldn't name you any songs that Morgan Wallen
that's
did.
not my point. Like, what other music have you put on this playlist that comes from the 2020s?
No, that's it. That's it for the playlist.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
We'll get you
I am
there.
very much a child of the 80s, and this movie was definitely part of my it was formative
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, we're just blathering now about music.
I know, because I want you to like music from the 2020s,
I did.
but
I
you know,
do.
Yeah.
Just it's rare.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes I like movies from the 2020s.
Yeah.
Like Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I mean that happens quite frequently.
Fantastic Four or Purple Rain. You can only keep one.
Oh, Purple Rain.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's the Library of Congress was like, yes, we're going to keep this because this is, like, you know, part of like movie history. Like, it's a major movie in movie history.
What's your favorite movie in the last 2 years?
Oh, I don't know, because that means I have to know which movies came out in the last 2
Okay,
years.
then what's our favorite movie that we did a video about?
That means I have to remember what videos we made.
All right, good enough. We're at 27
Oh,
minutes.
Sinners.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Sinners or
yeah.
Purple Rain?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you
not
could only keep
fair.
one.
That's not
You
fair.
can only keep one.
I mean, you do have to keep Purple Rain because it's been 40
Really?
years. You do. You do. For what that movie did for music. Not for what it did for movies, but what that movie did for music and what Prince did for
I'm
music.
sorry, Michael B. Jordan. I didn't tell her that you are subscribed to our channel yesterday and that you're going to see this now.
I've seen Black Panther 85 times.
Yes,
and I've
she has.
only seen Sinners twice because I'm restraining myself so I can see it the third time with Patty.
Yes. Okay. Until next time.
Bye.